Why do most men over 40 feel exhausted, unmotivated, and stuck in a body they don't recognize? And why are doctors not telling you the real reason your testosterone is tanking? If you're feeling tired, sluggish, and not like yourself anymore, it could be that your testosterone has been dropping for years, and most men have no idea how to fix it. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to naturally boost your testosterone after 40 without dangerous supplements, weird tactics, or wasting thousands on TRT, which isn't that great for you anyway. So what we're going to cover is the role of testosterone in men's health, in your energy, mood, and your body composition, why testosterone levels decline after 40 and how it affects your body, how to finally fix your low energy, that weight gain, and your poor sleep. And then I'll give you the step-by-step plan to boost the testosterone naturally through diet, lifestyle, and proven habits. And if you stay with me until the end, I'm going to be sharing the exact step-by-step blueprint that has helped transform the energy, physique, and confidence of hundreds of busy professional dads, and how you can start doing the same today. All right, so how do you boost testosterone naturally, especially after 40? Let's go through this together, but first I want to talk to you about the role of testosterone and why it's important. You know, testosterone is a predominant hormone in males, and it distinguishes our gender between males and females have estrogen, men have testosterone. It gives us things like masculinity, it gives us strength, and it gives us confidence. And when you do have a lower testosterone levels, it's not just about your age, it's also about other factors that we're going to go through today. And it is preventable, and I want to show you how we can prevent your testosterone from dropping, as well as how to increase it and optimize it. So testosterone actually controls a few things in your body. It controls your energy levels. It determines whether you feel powerful or whether you feel tired and exhausted. It also helps with your mood and motivation. So whether you're feeling driven and wanting to do stuff and get stuff done, or whether you're just feeling low and stuck in a rut. It also helps determine your body composition, so where you store your fat as well as how much of it you burn. So it helps your fat metabolism too. It also plays a role with your longevity and your health. So low testosterone is linked to heart disease, diabetes, and as well as mental illness such as depression. When your testosterone is low, you end up feeling exhausted, you can feel unmotivated and irritated and in a bad mood. Also, you struggle to build muscle or burn fat when your testosterone is low, and it can affect your libido, so your sex drive can disappear or get lower, and it can affect your relationship as well. So a study shows that when men have low testosterone, they had 30% higher body fat and 50% higher risk of metabolic disorders. So if you hang around, I'm going to show you how you can naturally reverse it, and as well as how to restore your energy, your strength, and your drive too. So why does testosterone decline after you turn 40 or thereabouts? So every year, your testosterone drops by about 1 to 2% on its own if you don't do anything about it. And it's actually become worse over the generations, how our lifestyle has changed, where we're not as active, we're not lifting things typically with our roles as professional men. And so it affects our testosterone levels. Key things that kill our testosterone is chronic stress and high cortisol. Now, stress and cortisol are linked together. When you're highly stressed, it raises your cortisol levels. It's a stress hormone, and that can kill your testosterone. Poor sleep as well. So if you're getting less than 7 hours sleep, that can really have a severe impact on your testosterone. Having processed foods and sugar as well. This actually increases the opposite of testosterone, the opposing hormone, which is estrogen, the female hormone. And so when you have these processed foods and sugar, that's what happens. Also, when you're not getting enough sunlight, if you're living in countries where there's not much sunlight, or you have a very long winter, that can affect your testosterone levels during that season as well. And so having a lack of sunlight causes you to have a lack of vitamin D, and that can lower your testosterone as well. As I said before, having a sedentary lifestyle, so not being active, not moving much, not lifting, that sort of thing will kill your testosterone. So when you do have low testosterone, it gives you less energy because of the effect it has on your mitochondria, which is within your cells. I won't get into the biology of it all. It increases your belly fat as well because of the higher cortisol levels, that stress hormone I mentioned. The cortisol tends to make your body put fat around the belly. And then also your poor sleep worsens testosterone, and it also affects your hunger hormones, which means it can cause you to have more cravings than usual. And normally when you have cravings, it's typically something sweet or savory. It's never an apple or broccoli, is it? Low testosterone can also resist insulin. So that means your carbs that you eat will be processed poorly, and that'll lead to weight gain as well. We want your carbs to be processed in a manner that's efficient for you to expend the energy from what you've eaten. Now, this happened to me in 2024, where I was having my diet and exercise were good, so those factors were no problem. However, I wasn't getting enough sleep, right? I was getting poor sleep, and I wouldn't say chronic stress, but I did have stress, and that raised my cortisol level. This was due to business going really well, which means that I had a lot more of a workload and my stress increased because of the high workload. I had to work longer hours, and then I ended up having less sleep than what I should have. Naughty me. But what I did was I took action. I started hiring some people, hiring new coaches, and that alleviated the workload, which means it alleviated the stress levels. It means it increased my sleep quantity and quality, and then it lowered my cortisol levels. And what happened as a result? The belly fat. I don't have much belly fat, but it actually just started coming off on its own without me changing my diet or exercise. So by fixing my sleep and my stress, that belly fat started to shred more and my abs started to protrude even more than it is. So just to give you an example, and that happened to me in late 2024. Now, I've got a free training if you're interested. There's a link in the description below. That free training is how I've helped over 400 busy professional dads lose anywhere between 15 to 35 pounds in 6 weeks without having to exercise, go on extreme diets, or count calories. If you want to access that, just click on that link, put in your details, and you'll get access to that free training video as well. Now, how to fix low energy, weight gain, and poor sleep. So let's start off with, and that way you can get that testosterone to a healthy level. Let's start off with exactly what I did, and that's fixing your sleep. So making sure you're getting a minimum of 7 hours. If you can get 8, it's even better. If you're doing high intensity exercise, maybe even 9 hours. So an extra hour is what your body would need if you're doing that like 6 times a week or even 5. But when you're getting more sleep, it can increase your testosterone about 15 to 20% more. So your action step here is set a nighttime routine. Establish how many hours of sleep you're getting on average. Earlier, that's the biggest thing. I see people have a body clock where they're getting up the same time in the morning and they might need to leave at a certain time to go to work or get ready, look after the kids, whatever. But it's the night time. It's going to bed earlier is what typically would work, because some people stay up and watch movies or doom scroll on the phone or even work till late as well. And so I want you to set a nighttime routine that gives you that 7-hour block at least, and then have a wind down process too. So avoid screens 1 hour before bed. The other thing is step 2 is to cut out processed foods and sugar. So have a look at your diet and think, what is it that I'm having? Sugary sodas? Am I having processed foods? Or am I having junk food as well? And if that's the case, well, you need to work out how can you either eliminate them, reduce them, or switch them over to healthier options like whole foods, because the sugar will spike your insulin and will lower your testosterone levels. The other thing is, if you're at least moderately or highly stressed, then I would put together some stress management techniques. So I've mentioned that stress causes cortisol, which destroys testosterone. So stress management techniques are different for everyone. Some people it could be breath work. Have a look at some breath work techniques that can reduce stress. Going for a walk, going to the gym, that's my favorite. Praying as well, another favorite of mine. Or even meditation or anything else that you follow, or even a hobby that would help you manage that stress, lower it, and then lower that cortisol levels. So that way you can increase your testosterone. Here's some more ways for you to be able to boost testosterone naturally. Your food choices. So eat for testosterone. Like 80% of men, they eat diets that lower their testosterone levels. So there's a high chance that what you're eating is causing you to lower your testosterone. So there's some things that are important to eat. It's typically things that should be high in protein and healthy fats too. You want to avoid processed foods, seed oils, and refined carbs and sugar. So things like steak is good, high in protein. Eggs, high in protein and healthy fats. Avocado is high in healthy fats, so is salmon, and then extra virgin olive oil. A small amount, like a tablespoon, is fine, okay? But just bear in mind that these do have these higher in calories because they contain that healthy fat, and also can be high in cholesterol, particularly the steak, right? It's high in cholesterol. So just be careful with that. Steak, I would recommend 2 to 3 times a week, no more than that. Eggs, no more than 2 a day. And then avocado, if you're looking to lose weight, then I wouldn't have more than 1/4 of an avocado a day because of the calorie content. And it's still a fat, all right? So eat high protein meals and then healthy fats with them as well, and that'll help boost your testosterone. When I was doing my bodybuilding diet back in the 20s, I really cut out a lot of fats, and that included healthy fats, and I could really feel that my testosterone levels dropped significantly. My moods were low, my libido was low, and my strength was affected too. So it goes to prove that when you do cut out fats for a long period of time, even healthy fats and unhealthy fats, then it can affect your testosterone levels. I want you to get more sunlight as well. Are you getting about 20 minutes of sunlight a day? If not, then do something about it. Go out for your lunch break and go out and get some sun. If you're sitting at a desk or an office, go out, do some reading outside, go for a walk, play with the kids after work, whatever it is, but you get about 20 minutes of sun. And if there's no sun about where you are, then you can supplement with vitamin D instead. So buy a supplement vitamin D and have the recommended dosage there, because that'll help increase your testosterone. Another thing is, if you wanted to do, is to train regularly. So the type of training that stimulates testosterone the most is weight training, heavy lifting, right? Because it's related to strength. So cardio won't do it. And if you're overdoing the cardio, it can actually lower your testosterone levels. So if you're training for a marathon or something like that, or you like to do really long cycles, then that could potentially be lowering your testosterone. So it's the best exercises for increasing your testosterone: squats, deadlifts, pull-ups, and even sprints as well. That's not weight training, but that's an anaerobic activity, which means they're short and they're fast and explosive. All right. So if you aren't training already or doing any of this, I recommend that you do weight training 3 to 4 times a week to boost your testosterone levels and see what happens. So there's some tips for you today. I want you to start today because you will see results fast. It doesn't take long to boost that testosterone. You should see more energy in 3 days, better mood and focus in about 1 week's time, and a stronger, leaner body in 2 to 3 weeks. Okay. I have men that I help that work with me on my program, and within the first week they're feeling better mood, better energy, and they're really feeling better in their clothes as well. So their visible fat loss is possible in 1 week, honestly, and muscle takes a bit longer to grow, so it could take you about 1 month before you see any visible difference, but consistency is key. You need to be training frequently and regularly. Doing 1 week on and 1 week off isn't going to really get you anywhere. So if you made it this far, you know what's possible. Not feeling tired, sluggish and unmotivated, no more watching your body fall apart, and having more energy, a stronger, leaner body, and feeling more manly and having more confidence in the mirror again. So I want you to start applying those tips today, because you can, as I said, have these results within a matter of days and weeks. Okay. Now, if you're wanting even more help than this, and you're wanting to lose anywhere between over 20 pounds, I've got a free training video that shows you how you could lose up to 35 pounds in just 6 weeks without having to go on an extreme diet or exercise. And if you want personalized coaching from me and my team, and accountability as well, that we've helped over 400 busy men improve their health, to lose their gut, and as well as have more confidence, boost their testosterone levels, and give them a roadmap, a blueprint, a framework to follow step by step that fits in with the lifestyle of a busy professional dad, then I want you to click on that link, watch the video, and then if it's something that interests you, you can have an opportunity to book a call with me using that link. And on the call, we can run through what your diet, your habits, and your lifestyle is like. I'll identify what's stopping you from achieving your goals, and then I'll work out exactly what you need, map it all out for you, so that you can make a decision about whether it looks like a good fit to work with us or not. Okay, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching till the end. Please apply what I've taught you today. And remember to look after yourself so you can look after your family.